Hey guys, Joe Topat here. I'm gonna do like a quick update on the channel. Now, many of you know that I've already written what I'm working on in my community post, but oftentimes I find that people don't really respond to those. They usually respond to the videos. So, for those of you who haven't read my community post, here is what I'm working on for the channel. Right now I have a King of the Hill video that I've been editing. I didn't mention this in the community post, but the episode I'm reviewing is their infamous Canadian episode, and to give a rough idea of what I'm going to talk about, it's going to be about how I feel like it's not as bad as people make it out to be. Not saying it's a great episode, but I do think it was one of their better ones in their later years. That was going to be my next video I would post, but I decided to hold that back for later and instead do my next video to be Old Lang Syne from Peanuts. Yeah, I saw it rather late, but I have seen it, and I'm not going to say right now, for obvious reasons, what I thought of it. And that's going to be the one I review. And ordinarily, I don't like to do holiday-related videos after said holiday, in this case New Year's, but everybody else does it, so why not? Some of the other stuff I'm working on is like my great animated shows series that I was hoping to launch last year, but the script I've been writing for the 1980s Turtles cartoon has taken longer than expected to write, and what I have written so far, let's just say it's going to be a long video because there is so much to talk about for the original TMNT cartoon. The one for the forgotten animated shows that I also want to launch is actually coming along quicker than the great animated shows video, and I've been able to write the script better and quicker, but I don't want to launch that series until I launch the other series. As you all noticed, that last year I didn't really post very often. In fact, I went months before I did any videos, and I've said this before, but that was due to my illness, where I literally couldn't do anything. I mean, I was so sick, folding my clothes tired me out. And I also have like some request videos that I've been working on, and like one for the animated Transformers movie review, which I got a request for on Twitter a couple years back. I feel pretty bad that I haven't filled that request yet. I've also been working on multiple scripts for the Disney character analysis series, and like so far I only did like the Jiminy Cricket, which was meant to coincide with the anniversary of the Pinocchio movie, and part of the reason why I hadn't done more is because basically other stuff got in the way, and also like trying to get the scripts right. That's something I always stress over. And I know last year, I think it was, that Samuel Wright passed away, and I was trying to hurry up and do one on Sebastian, but it just wasn't coming out right, so I've held off doing that. One show I was meaning to review earlier was Jellystone. That's the one with all the old Hanna-Barbera characters like Yogi, Huckleberry Hound, and whatnot. And I addressed this in my community post, but the truth is, I have not finished watching it. And the reason why I haven't finished watching it is because it is an absolutely disgusting show. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen disgusting shows before, like, South Park can be pretty gross, and some of the other shows from the 90s, but the thing of it is that the classic Hanna-Barbera characters, I don't really associate them with gross-out humor. Like, I know there's a big argument from people who say that the Hanna-Barbera cartoons from the 60s on up are not examples of art or at the pinnacle of the animation genre. And I'm not going to pretend like I think they're wonderful works of art, but bottom line is they were entertained, and I still enjoy watching Yogi, Huckleberry Hound, the Flintstones, the Jetsons to this very day. And and heck, I rate the Flintstones as among the greatest cartoons ever made. Regardless how you feel about the old cartoons, one thing you can say is that they were never gross. And when watching the show, it it felt like they were trying to be as gross as possible. And I really, really, really hate that. Because I feel like it doesn't really understand what those old cartoons were about. And they were simply about being entertained, and they would have never been able to get away with the type of gross humor back then as they would have, say, the 90s on up. And I also hate the art style they gave it. I mean, they look absolutely nothing like the old cartoons. Like, I guess you could say I'm reviewing it right now, since I am telling you all my opinion of it. But I debated whether or not to make a full video because I haven't watched all of it yet. I guess I could, but I don't think it would be fair to the show to review it without seeing everything, and I don't think it's going to get any better. But I know that there are folks that wanted to hear my opinion, and you basically just have. And, like, maybe I'll finish the series and do a full review on it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. As for like Peanuts related videos, you are in fact going to get the review for their latest New Year's, and I'm not sure about the Forgotten Peanuts character or the Peanuts character videos. It's been 2 years since I've done any of those. And that's more because I wanted to focus on other things. But I might do a poll on the community post which character to do next. I have a few ideas in mind, but I'll leave it up to poll which one I do next. And I do have also some ideas for like the DuckTales character analysis series. It may seem kind of silly to keep doing those after the show is off the air, but I feel like it makes it easier to analyze these characters from both series, since both series are completed. Like the first two I did about Scrooge and Donald, there was so much I couldn't address because the show was still going. But for the rest of the characters, I can now go into more detail. And no, not every character from the reboot series is going to be better than the original. Because I know so far, like, the last two, the score went to the reboot, but that's not always going to be the case. I don't know who to do next, but I might leave that again for a poll to decide. Since I'm a lot better than I was last year, like, I will be posting a lot more. But it doesn't mean I'm going to do once a week, even though ideally I would love for that to happen, but truth is it won't. You're going to at least see once a month. Hopefully more. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I want to thank all of you guys for following me, liking and subscribing to my videos. You guys make doing this worthwhile. Well, see you later.